How's it going, guys? So we're going to go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. Today is September 26th, 2024. Alrighty, so we just got a fresh daily open. And if you watched our previous video, we had maintained a bullish bias with targets going up somewhere in the mid 66 to $67,000 for now. So what we're doing here is we are going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at the SPY. We'll look at the dollar, and we'll look at a couple alts, meme coins that are probably relevant for the cycle, just for anyone who's interested. So what we're using here is we are using the Sigma Profits trading system, and what that does is essentially it is a risk management tool. So you guys can check it out right here. Here's our website, and you guys are more than welcome to purchase it right here. It's $249 a month, and it is a very excellent tool to manage risk. So this system right here is not for a someone who's looking for like an oracle, someone who just thinks that they're going to just follow it blindly and somehow supposed to reach riches. No, this is a system designed to help you manage risk, which in return should help with emotions and psychology, ultimately leading to some sort of consistency. And at the end of all that, you start becoming profitable. So yeah, you're gonna have to invest a little and train your mind, train your emotions to be able to follow a system. And you're welcome to find it here at www.sigmaprofits.com. So these videos are always going to be aligned with the system that we use here for our analysis and trading. So we have right here Bitcoin on the daily. It's looking pretty bullish. Everything's looking all right for now. We have definitely maintained the bullish posture. Everything is looking good. I'll give you a little brief rundown on the system. Candles are green. We're trending up. It's bullish. The favors or the probabilities of the trade going directional in your favor towards the upside are a lot higher. White means stay out of it. As you can see right here and right here, these are no trade zones. It doesn't matter what you think, what you want, whatever. You might be right, sure, but it just means you're better off just not trading it. And we have red, which is pretty obvious. It means sell or short. Yellow is a pretty interesting one because that can mean a trend reversal or continuation. So yellow is where you kind of have to not necessarily get out of your trade, but it's going to be a way to mitigate risk, and this is where the merits of it show. So you can see right here we had a long, and there was warning shots fired. Ultimately, it was continuation. So Bitcoin right now looks pretty bullish. Keep in mind, guys, part of the system is to know the range. So that's what we offer right here. You'll have guys online, talking smack about, oh yeah, it's a Bollinger Band or something like that. You just ask them, go ahead and recreate it then. If it's so simple, just go and recreate it. Like, well, what are you trying to say? These trolls are just funny and they are pretty annoying, but it really doesn't matter because that's all they are. So they can talk all the shit they want. Anyways, let me give you an example of the merits of actually knowing what the range is. First off, we've had a 7 month of consolidation. 7 months of consolidation, meaning that we were in between the range, this point and this point. So let me go ahead and so we had the range begin right here, and we had the range begin right here. So you can see that these are where the range areas are, and we have another one right here. So somewhere around 67,000, and we'll go ahead and see what's up from there. So a really good area to manage risk at is going to be right around 67,000. That 67,000 area, we're going to definitely look to see if we can break it. And what we mean by a break, it's going to be looking like this, something like this. You want the area to break, and then now you know all your risk is managed right above this resistance break. So this is how you really play a breakout. This is what a breakout really means. And then phenomenal trade right there. So we're hoping that we'll get something like that again, but until it happens, all we can do is just hope. So for now, the best thing we can do is manage our risk. So let's go ahead and get this off the chart, and we are going to take a look at a higher time frame like the 5 day, just so you guys can get a little context of what those are looking like, because that's what probably governs. um, it's not probably, the higher time frames govern the lower time frames feed into the higher time frames. That's just the way these things work. So let's go ahead and go to the 5 day. And here we have a chart of the 5 day. So as you can see, looks like Bitcoin is currently bullish. Just take a look at the candle. So it's bullish. Target is somewhere around 72,000. And here's some perfect examples of it in the past. It's bullish. We go ahead and test the top side of the range, and not only do we test it, we break it. So once we broke it, we just maintained above it. So you guys see how the system works. And then we had a nice little period where you just took it off, So this was like, in January, you just had a nice little time taking it off. Markets like to play their games in January. You just stayed out of it. Once we had that trend line, once we had that resistance point break again on the top side of the range, we went ahead and started trending again, and we just ran it all the way up. So um, we do have a change of behavior, and in technical analysis, change of behaviors mean a lot because you get them for a reason. So we do have a change of behavior here on the 5 day, and if you just take a look at historically what that means, the probabilities of it going up are pretty high. So at minimum, we can go ahead and reach for that 72K area, which would be pretty much the range high um, for the last 7 months. So that's what it's looking like on the 5 day. Let's go ahead and go back down again. So keep in mind, guys, remember, smaller time frames feed into the larger time frames. So we'll go ahead and break this. If the daily breaks this, we'll probably go ahead and aim for the top side of the range, which just magically happens to be right where the 5 day top side of the range is, right around that 72,000 to 73,000 area, right in between that, 72,500. So we have that, and that's your update on Bitcoin. So everything's looking bullish. Now, here's the thing. Not here to try to give you two different scenarios, because right now the bias is bullish and the trade is 57,300 long. There's really nothing saying to get out of that yet. If we do reach the top side of the range, that's where risk is going to be managed at. So that way, we want to see if we're going to break the range or not, the range high. And to the bottom side now, we have a pretty clear invalidation point, especially with all these wicks right here. You can just say 62,000. Below 62,000, risk will be managed. It's as simple as that. Below 62,000. Don't really, you can pick whatever number you want, but anything below 62,000, yeah, will probably come down maybe another grand or so, and maybe test 60,800, whatever. We don't really care about the maybes. Everything is looking bullish right now. So that is Bitcoin. Now for let's say if you're sidelined at the moment, and by what I mean sidelined is you're not in a trade and you don't own any bags, and you're just in the dollar. You're just in stables or the dollar right now. So what would you do? I would personally um, tell somebody who asked me that, as not financial advice, but just what I think. I would probably wait until the top side of the range breaks and we start closing candles above it to hop in right above there, because then you have a clean ride to 72. And most importantly, the system allows you to manage risk. So what do I mean by that? Your line in the sand, this this thing that looks like sand color as well, is going to be 67,000. So if we start closing below that again, you'll be able to manage risk right below that. You're not going to have to go through a drawdown. You might even see the candles start turning yellow or white. You'll be able to manage your risk a lot easier than you would be able to over here, because over here you would have to assume that my risk is Bitcoin dropping down to 57,000. So if you can stomach that, by all means go ahead and try, but you just have to assume that your risk is going to be at minimum, 60,000, 61K. So that's a little ways from here. So just as a word to anybody who's sidelined, I'd probably just kind of wait. I would just wait until we can see if we break this range or not. This range, the top side of the range. Now, if we don't and we start spending some time here, okay, look, this is the scenario that I'm looking for. If I was to be bearish, I would look for we possibly come down and then we kind of make a higher high and then we come down again. Thus, we would be probably putting in some bearish divergence. And then if you look at any of the oscillators, you want to make sure that they're making like something like this and then something like that. So then you would have at this point, let me go ahead and line it up so that way it looks more easier for you guys to understand. At this point, we would have some sort of bearish divergence because we would have a higher high on price action and a lower high on the oscillator. So be on the lookout for that. That would be my bearish case on it, but we do not have anything like that at the moment, so I have no reason to think that. Now, let's go ahead and look at the SPY. So here, guys, is the SPY on the daily. Now, it's a pretty known thing that the general market kind of dictates what Bitcoin's going to do now. So as far as like I forgot the word that they use, but it's whatever it is, man. The stock market is pretty much dictating what Bitcoin does at the moment, and the stock market and the SPY, the S&P 500, where is it at right now? It's right tap the range. So for the options traders out there, especially the day traders, the 0 day expiration traders, if you just waited for this to get hit and did your puts, you would have made probably more than likely over 100% within the next 30 minutes to an hour of you buying those contracts. And that's just the way that the SPY options day traders do it. So right there, that was a clean play, super clean play. So as of right now, very simple. We'll just go ahead and wait um, for the SPY to start closing candles, let's say above 575, and then we'll just see that as trend continuation. So we'll just see it as something like this. So that's all we have to do. Breaks up, starts climbing up, and that is it. So that's currently what's going on the SPY. So this is what's a little concerning for Bitcoin right now, because if this does end up being some sort of local, oops, some sort of local top, then obviously you're going to expect some kind of pullback on Bitcoin and crypto overall. But we don't know that yet. We just have to assume bullish just because of how things are looking like, and they're there. The ranges are there to be broken. They're not necessarily there to govern them forever. They're there to be broken. So as of right now, technically speaking, the SPY is bullish, but it is not somewhere where you're going to go ahead and bet the farm on it. That's for sure. Until we start seeing it break back above. Let's go ahead and take a look at the SPX 500, which is the futures. This is going to be running all day. And same thing. We are right at the range high resistance now. So you see how when you make it down to support on the range low, it's a phenomenal trade. As soon as we started getting bullish, it was just good. And you can see how it looks like. Again, perfect tap right there. So if you're an options trader, I mean, you're just killing it right here. And let's see, we had a nice little period right here. Looks like probably a week's time, and then we broke back up again, and then we had a phenomenal couple weeks right here. And but yeah, so that's currently what's going on. So it's very difficult for somebody to tell you now. If you watched yesterday's video, we would have just told you, yeah, it's bullish and you're just looking for calls. And ultimately you got paid today. So what are we going to tell you today? Yeah, let's go ahead and draw a line in the sand now. So let's try to go ahead and close above it, and we can start looking for calls again. This is probably the perfect area if you were invested with bags that you would possibly buy a small put to be able to hedge your ultimate portfolio. So you would be hedging your portfolio right here with a very small put just in case. But again, things are bullish and we're waiting for that to break. So regardless, that's currently the situation on the SPY. We're at the top of the range, and this is all using the Sigma Profits system, which you can find at sigmaprofits.com. Now let's go ahead and start with, let's take a look at USDT dominance, which is going to be something that reacts the opposite of Bitcoin. So it's always a good thing to look at. Yesterday we brought this up in our video, in our market update, and we said it was bearish. And bearish means bullish for Bitcoin. So it's looking good. Everything's looking cool right now. Still bearish on USDT. Let's go ahead and take a look at Solana because that is one of the main coins this cycle. And same thing as yesterday. We just been trading in this beautiful range right here. So yeah, guys, this is why we charge $249 a month. You can definitely make it worth your while trading these ranges, and that's what it is. It's for people who want to seriously manage their risk. It's a risk management trading system, and you can find it at www.sigmaprofits.com. This is all it is, just to manage risk and ultimately become profitable. Beautiful chart on Solana, and it is bullish with a target of 167.56 at the moment. So that's what it's going to be for Solana. Let's go ahead and start looking at some meme coins. Well, we're going to take a look at Dodge because this is something that I actually have as well. And Dodge is looking pretty good. So Dodge for the moment is still struggling underneath the resistance. Once it starts breaking, as you can see, it starts ripping pretty high. We've been within the range, trending downwards. And yeah, this is probably, this 10 cent area was probably a good area to start accumulating some. Let's take a look at what the higher term time frames are doing. So let's look at a weekly. Weekly is looking really, I'm sorry, a 5-day. We're going to look at a 5-day because in crypto, 5 days are actually more pretty cool. So the 5 days, we got something really, really interesting right here. You can see this right here. It's the beginning of something. And then this right here. So this, guys, is looking like it's more than likely probably bullish, with at least 16 to 17 cents coming around. So we're probably going to test this high right here. And of course, it's already predefined for you. So there we are. This is green now, as opposed to where this was right here. And that was it. This is where Bitcoin put in a pretty massive bull trap, and you had that whole fiasco with the Japanese yen and whatnot. But right now we are looking to do the opposite. So this is actually a buy for me. You can do what you want to do, but this looks like a buy. Very easy to manage risk. At minimum you can just wait for 11 cents to break, and then cut it if you want. So that's just what it is. All right, Bonk, another popular one. Now this is very interesting, guys. This is looking like a trend reversal. Currently the trend has been down, right? This is looking like a trend reversal on the 5-day for Bonk, Bonk USD. So yeah, this is probably going to do pretty well. And we are looking at somewhere around 33,782 satoshis or dollar cents. I mean, sorry. It's a fraction of a cent. So yeah, Bonk is looking pretty good. Pepe, another one of my favorites. And look at this. Look at this right here. This is the buy candle, guys. This is the buy candle. Boom, go up. Boom, go up. This is the buy candle. Calling it right now. This is the buy candle. So yeah, you do what you want to do, but Pepe's a buy for sure. Nothing's for sure, but yeah, it's looking good. Here's another one, pretty famous with Arthur Hayes, Pendle, and everybody's always skeptical about what he's doing because he'll shill some stuff out of nowhere and then ends up screwing everyone. But yeah, this has been a buy too. Looking probably at $6.40 somewhere around there. And let's go. Oh yeah, you know what? A lot of people like Retardio as well. So Retardio doesn't really look like much is going on. I would probably just wait, possibly for this 71 cents to get taken out, and then things will start looking good. Let's take a look at the daily. Let's see how the daily's looking like. So the daily top side of the range is going to be about 76 cents. And so if we start closing 5-day candles about above 71, we'll probably see wicks going up to 76, 75. But ultimately, what we can tell you right now is that it's bullish. So Retardio is looking good too. Now with another popular one, there we go, guys. Here, this is an example of what you guys want to see. Here's a trend break on whiff, and it's a pretty popular coin as well. So whiff has been a buy, and now we're breaking the top side of the range on the daily. So if we close above here, by tomorrow's daily close, we just have a chance of possibly trending up and being able to manage our risk below 219 or 220, somewhere around there. So very easy area to manage risk. And this is looking like a fresh start to something. So here you guys go with USDT. TRX seems to be kind of popular right now. TRX, beautiful plays, beautiful plays. It's been a buy, no trade situation, led to downside, trend reversal possibly, massive upside, no trade situation, and we are just kind of riding above the mid range, and we have the top side of the range right here at 16 cents. So any break above 16 cents, easy to manage risk and mess around with the TRX if you want to. Tron. Let's take a look at something else. All right, PopCat. PopCat's been pretty interesting lately too. So here we have PopCat, pretty new coin or meme or whatever. So understand that how it's going to populate on the chart. You'd probably have to go down a bit more, but regardless, we got a buy right here and we ran it up. So 60 cents. It's phenomenal play right there. It's just been good, and it's still looking good. So we have a break above the range. All risk can be managed at 96 cents. And if you start seeing PopCat on the daily start closing below 96 cents, you can start de-risking right there if you're holding some. And that's about it on PopCat. Another one is going to be Phantom. Phantom's been pretty popular as well lately, and you guys can see it's been a range play, and we've finally broken out of the range. So this is actually beautiful right here. So right here we were running it up. Let me get this out of you guys' way. We had a no trade followed by a nice dump, possible trend reversal, touch the top side of the range right there, come down, no trade situation, dump it, continuation, dump it, continuation, dump it, continuation, or trend reversal. Nice play to the top side of the range, possible trend reversal, dumped it somewhat, and then now we have another buy situation, which happened around you could just say 44 cents, and it's just been good since then. So you guys see how you guys can manage risk. All risk now is going to be if we break the top side of the range back down, and just start managing risk right there. XRP is probably another good one too. Looks like it's going sideways right now, but let's take a look at the higher term time frames. This is the wrong chart. XRP USD. Let's take a look at. Yep. All right. Binance should be fine. So as you guys can see, XRP is in a massive range here on the weekly. Let's take a look at the 5-day. Yes, massive range. It's just ranging. You see how you can manage risk? You don't have to FOMO and think something new is going to happen. You see how it just closes back down? You just manage the risk right there. As soon as it opens up, you got in. Goes back down, closes below it, manage risk, and you don't have to get wrecked and take a fat L all the way down. And then look, right here, we test the bottom side of the range. So all your risk is going to be managed with this side right here. And for the ones who want to, kind of do things nice and easy, probably just going to wait until the 70 cent breaks. Let's take a look at the daily. The daily is daily doesn't have much going on either. XRP seems to be pretty quiet right now, but when it does rip, it is pretty nice. So not much going on. It's just been kind of a range play, and we'll leave it at that for XRP. So guys, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin again. Bitcoin is trading towards the top side of the range. This is not an area that I would recommend people who have been sidelined to hop into a longer buy, simply for the fact that the downside risk is still a couple grand right now. You want to get in where areas, that's why a system is good to have, because it's going to get you into areas where you can manage risk accordingly. So it's all going to be, are we going to break this 66,900, just say 67,000 to be on the safe side? Are we going to break that? Is that going to break or not? Because that is a long 7-month consolidation all between these ranges. So if this breaks, then yeah, we probably have a nice shot up to 72,000, and then we'll go ahead and review it there. And now, why are we saying 72,000? Let's go ahead and take off these drawings real quick. So we are saying 72,000 because the 5-day that we're looking at, which is currently bullish now, has a nice target up to 72,000. So you see how these numbers match. It's just, I mean, it's the top side of the range. That's why it's matching. So yeah, Bitcoin looks like it has a chance to go up to 72K, 72 to 73, and see from there. But after that, we have another nice thing to look forward to. Do we break above the range, and do we have some kind of real bullish phase coming around? You know, do we have the second part of this bull run, this bull phase, whatever you want to call it? Is part two coming or not? And I've just laid out to you, using the Sigma Profit system, how we are going to be able to identify that and allow that to relax our emotions and be stronger mentally, psychologically, because we are going to be following a system. So this is the Sigma Profits trading system. You can find it at www.sigmaprofits.com. It's $249 a month to use. And if you guys need any type of you know, guidance, I guess you can say, possibly just, you know, you want to get comfortable with it, we're here. Just shoot us a DM on X, Sigma Profits. You can find me on Telegram as well, Sigma_profits on Telegram. And preferably, if you can just reach out to me on X, that would be great. And just let me know what you guys are, you know, what you're thinking. What is it that you want? You know, it's we're here, guys, to help. Ultimately, all we want to do is provide you with a system to be able to manage risk. And that's what a trading system ultimately is. It's a way to manage risk, because you have clear defined areas of interest on what you're going to do, and you don't need to guess or anything. You can just follow it like a robot, and that's it. And ultimately, over time, that's just going to elevate your trading skills and make you into a better trader, and ultimately a better person overall. So yeah, that's it for today. We're going to be back tomorrow, probably around the daily open, because it's going to be interesting what happens tomorrow. And Friday is a pretty volatile day. So we'll be back tomorrow, and thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. Please visit our website, www.sigmaprofits.com, and try out the system. You can try it out for a month. See how you like it. See what's going on. We would offer a trial, a 1-week trial or something like that, but the problem is that we can't really guarantee you that there will be like some sort of setup or something within 7 days. You know, like most of these setups that we've been seeing, especially we do offer a $99. It's, we don't want to really be known for this, but it's like it's strictly Bitcoin. It's to tell you when we get a setup on Bitcoin. You pay 99 bucks a month for that. Our last signal, I guess you can call it, which is kind of cringe, was at 57,300, and it was for a long. So as you guys can see, that in itself already paid off the system. And yeah, that's we do have that product as well. The Sigma Profits, $99 a month alerts. But that's for somebody who just wants to kind of know what's going on with Bitcoin and what's the system saying for Bitcoin. It has nothing to do with anything else. What we highly recommend is you try the Sigma Profit system for the 249 and see how it does for you. And just come by, check out our website, understand why you should use it. You want to know, a lot of people have no clue where they're buying in the grand scheme of things when they're buying something. They don't know if they're buying at the top side of the range or the bottom side of the range. Yeah, there's people out there that might be advanced or whatever, or have their own way of doing things. But for the average retail investor, they don't know what side of the range that they're buying. They're just reading things online, and they're just getting that FOMO inside of them to spend money. So spend money on a system and kind of do things yourself. Stop relying on people telling you what to do and getting you wrecked. Another thing too that's important is you always got to know what the trend is. So if you know the trend, you're able to hold your trades longer. So you'll be able to hold your winners, and you'll be able to cut your losers if you know what the trend is. It's another key aspect of the system. And ultimately, the system is designed to help you manage risk, so that way you can become consistent over time and generate revenue, an income stream. Maybe you want to do this as your career, full-time job. We look at this as a day grind, or just a job in general, because it gets boring. You're just following a system. There's nothing exciting about it. But ultimately, it leads to being profitable at the end of the month, especially when you're trading options on the SPY. So as you can see, if you guys watched my previous video yesterday, we were just bullish, and we just said look for calls, and ultimately you got paid out. So so yeah, now we are just above, right at the top of the range. Let's take a look at the 5-day. Actually, we're trading above it. So yeah, things are bullish, guys. Look at the weekly. The weekly might just be beginning right here. So if we can get a weekly close above 575, let's say, um, I mean that's it, guys. We might be going straight to 600. Like, any targets to the upside are valid once if you're trending upwards and bullish. Doesn't matter what it is. So yeah, we're outside of the top of the range. So this is bullish. This is definitely bullish. So yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and let you guys off from there. Looks like Bitcoin is doing what it's supposed to be doing as well, and the 5-day is green again. So yeah, we are definitely looking for a retest of the top side of the range, and possibly breaking it this time. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and till next time, thank you. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and check out our website, guys. Give the system a try. Check out the site. It's very easy, simple, easy to use. There's no learning curve. Um, that's the whole point. You don't. There's no courses to learn. There's no spend 6 months try to learn a course and then spend some real money and try to lose it, and trial and error and all of that. We are literally giving you a trading system that we have developed over the years, and it's time somebody shares something back. So this is what it is. Sigma Profits trading system. Thank you, guys. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.